This is the real Goldzilla.
This thing's just ready for a turbo.
Yeah.
This motor will be tight. Like, oh, I ride hard. I'm like, dude, you'll flip the bike over if you do what I did.
I thought I was gonna pull more torque on it, to be honest. Yeah, so the numbers it ended up pulling were...
Say this blew up, I'll be like, it's you, bud.
Welcome back to another vlog, Tim.
Our ride's here.
Our ride's here. We drove to the warehouse. We're going to go pick up our bikes. Well, we're going to go pick up Matt's bike. My bike's also done too, so you guys are going to get to see that as promised.
It's time to roll. I'm excited.
So yeah, we drove to the warehouse, dropped off our cars here. We're going to Uber over to Champion Cycle and then ride our bikes back. So you'll get to see that. Matt's very excited. Just getting into Champion Cycle right now. Excited?
Hell yeah, I'm excited.
I'm excited
today. Our first ride of the year.
We get to ride together with new bikes.
And our Pat's meeting us too.
Our boy Pat's gonna be here too. I'm excited to see my bike. Matt, you're excited to ride your bike? Let's go.
Oh yeah, let's go.
This just came off Matt's bike.
That's also great. That's brand new. My brand new junk?
Yeah. You're beautiful.
Because your bike was finished and then you were like, oh, I should change out the signals. And me and Dan were like, yeah, you should.
Yeah.
You guys want to do this part? And then I kind of parked them a little nice.
Okay, sick.
Yeah. You just missed Diamond. He was just here.
Oh, was he really?
Yeah, he fucking got me that thing.
Oh, sick. Of course he did.
He's like, put it inside your pool house. And then when we're at the pool, you just wheel it out and we can have popcorn. Like, cool.
That's sick.
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna pull more torque on it, to be honest, because of the cam, right?
No, you went with a mild cam.
But it's a torque cam though, isn't it? Like the 540.
So it works like this. Based on the size of the engine, the bigger you go in the cam, they match certain size of engines. So your engine calls for a 550.
Right.
That's the optimal cam for your engine for horsepower and torque for the 128.
Yeah.
So when you buy S&S's 128 Power Pack kit, that's what it comes with.
Right.
That's the cam they say is optimal, but you went down from that.
Right.
So in doing so, I knew we were sacrificing torque and horsepower numbers. But you're gaining the reliability, the smoothness.
Yeah.
Like I've put, I think, 7, 8, 9 of them Power Pack kit, not the cylinder kit jobs like we did to yours, but the actual Power Pack kits from them.
Right. Yeah.
I've put like 7
550 cams
that comes with their full package. I've done about 7 or 8 of them, and out of the 7 or 8 of them, probably 6 guys at least have come back.
Yeah, I
and
remember you
changed the
saying
cam.
that.
That's right. Yeah.
I remember you saying that.
Yeah.
So theoretically, if I did down the road want more power or torque,
You could go with the bigger cam.
And would it make more sense just down the road, just for my own knowledge, to just switch to a fueling instead of S&S because the fucking pulling on it?
Doesn't make a
You think
difference.
anything bigger than that, the pulling's just going to be too much?
I think it'll just be too rough, like an old muscle car.
Yeah.
And it just you lose the smoothness.
Yeah.
You'll gain horsepower, and it's just like an old muscle car.
Yeah,
right? It's like a brand new Dodge Charger, whatever Diablo Demon, whatever has 800 horsepower, and it feels like 400 because it's so smooth. But then you get in an old one with 800 horsepower, and it feels like a
yeah. And I mean, don't get me wrong, because this pulls essentially the same as a 131 crate.
This will kill the 131 crate. 131 crates, I've had them on the dyno. They only put 110 to the floor.
Oh, really?
To the wheel. They all need a cam. So they developed a special cam for those 131s. It's like a 625 or a 605 or something.
Yeah, now they have the 135s out too.
Right,
just
they're making now bigger cams. Yeah. If you really want to make more power down the road, you go with the bigger cam. And you go with heads.
Okay.
This is the only thing you didn't do.
Yeah, I know. We didn't do
heads. But I mean, his recipe, which is what's in your bike now,
the
only difference is you'll need a full clutch job like what he has. And he has the heads and the bigger cam. And he made 150 something and 165 foot-pounds.
That's insane. Yeah.
But that's teetering on the edge of the M8s. The M8s, anything over 150, they say the cranks can't take it anymore.
Oh, okay.
And you got to go into stroker crank.
Well, I mean, I'll ride like this because I also need. I want to be able to.
Well, the main thing
I want to
is
be able to rip, but I need to be able to
and
ride for long.
States and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So ride like this, and if you get used to it and tired of it, then next winter or whenever, we do heads in a bigger cam. It's like it's not even a big deal, right?
Yeah.
That's a good way to do it.
Sick. All right.
It's only money.
Yeah. I mean, it's the bike forever, right?
Oh, that's what it is. And you know how many? You got Alan Hornias. Alan is looking online.
Oh shit!
Alan? Trying to buy one of those Diablos? He's like, you can't touch them for under 44K.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah,
Dude, I don't know if there's any left.
Really that much
44K, he said.
right on. Okay,
Hey, you gonna
sick.
made your money back. You want one?
Yeah, I'd like to look.
What's up, Pat? Your bike's good now?
The light's
Yeah, it's
good
all
now?
good. Yeah, it's fine.
Where is it?
He said
I
something
just
about
put it down there.
the
There was a truck.
You just killed it. Yeah,
That looks good.
Man.
how does that quick detach thing pop off? I know
I'll
it's a quick
show you.
detach, but
I'll
like,
show you.
it's
So,
like-
we fucking powder coated those.
I know. They're in the front, right?
Yeah, we had to come off for the quick detach.
So my painter hasn't finished the front fender or the bags yet, and I'm doing a matching helmet too, so that'll be cool.
Oh yeah, okay.
But pretty stoked. It's still kind of chilly, so this riding season hasn't completely started. That's up here.
All right, so let's go over the build, kind of why we chose everything, and I really relied on your guys' knowledge as to how we should build this motor out, right? So why'd we pick what we picked? Kind of?
So motor recipe wise, this is kind of the recipe we've done for dozens upon dozens of builds, and never once have we had a problem. S&S came out with the new 132 that kind of replaced the 128, and they did it to be bigger than Harley's 131 crate motor.
Yeah, I remember actually asking you about it if we should go with that.
But thing is, it's new,
Yeah.
and all it is the same cylinder with a little less meat, which just means a little less heat retention, which just means a little less reliability.
Right.
We haven't used it enough to know if it's going to be reliable for the kind of riding you guys want to do, especially. I figure, let's go with the try, tested, and true. Not to mention the horsepower numbers are relatively the same.
Yeah.
A lot of the horsepower numbers when you're dealing with these bigger motors come down to the cam choice and the total recipe.
Right.
So I mean, we went with the good old safe 128.
Yeah.
As you know, you're not going to put extra stress on your crankshaft. You know you're not going to be running out your clutch and need to do lockup clutches and all that. Like, I mean, until we go with heads and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, and then we kind of went with a cam a little smaller than we normally would.
Yeah.
But that's because of the type of riding you guys are doing. So instead of just selling you the biggest cam on the planet without taking into account the type of riding you're going to be doing, so we sacrificed a little bit of horsepower and a little bit of torque for a smoother ride, a more reliable ride. But I mean, if you're riding from here to California, you don't want to be shaking and having broken spine by the time you get there, right? So
it's got to be smooth.
Yeah, so I mean, all in all, we did. So the recipe is a big, badass, fire-breathing, built horsepower motor that's still reliable in every way, shape, and form. You can sit in traffic, you can hammer down, you can go to the drag strip, you can do whatever you want with this motor. You'll never have a problem.
And that is exactly what I wanted. Like that's what I want. I wanted a big ass motor, but again, reliable.
Yeah.
Like not just trying to race on a track, right? We were going to do long hauls on this thing.
Yeah, like this, you got the best of the both worlds. And then of course, we upgraded your whole cam chest area, your cam chest plate, your oil pump, and put all the billet fuel goodness. Like, we got rid of any weak links that are in this inherent with these M8s.
Yeah.
This motor will be bulletproof, man. We've got guys that we built, specifically one guy that we built 160 horsepower 128 with heads and stuff like that, and he rides this bike. He's like our guinea pig. He rides it he's been doing it for almost 3 years now, beating the hell out of it, riding it like it's a Honda Civic. And his is still alive and well. So the good thing is, when I tell a guy like you, go with this motor, go with this cam, go with this cylinder, with this piston, then I can say it with confidence, thinking about our guinea pig,
right?
And what he does to his bike. If his is still alive, yours will be.
Yeah, for
sure. So yeah, the only thing we did differently on your motor was, instead of going with a 128 drop-in kit from S&S, we actually just bought the S&S 128 cylinders. And we did not buy their pistons. So we actually went with a set of Wiseco Blacktops, like we showed you them when they came in. And we actually had the cylinders. Is that okay? I can shut it off. I'm gonna shut it off. So we didn't just buy the S&S 128 piston cylinder kit out of the catalog and slap it in. Like, we actually bought the 128 S&S cylinder kit, and then we bought the set of Wiseco Blacktop pistons that you saw.
Yeah.
They have a little bit higher compression.
Yeah.
And then we had the cylinders actually honed piston matched. So this motor will be tight and it'll yank.
Yeah.
So it'll be, this is a good motor. And then, you know, you got your adjustable push rods. We did the upgraded intake. So you got the bigger throttle body and intake. Obviously, we got the classic S&S throwback teardrop.
Yeah.
We did your whole cam chest, as you know. We got the fueling breather for the crankcase vent. So, and then we did your beehive springs and valves. Like, you got, this motor is solid. So like this motor is solid, man. This thing's just ready for a turbo.
Yeah, so the numbers it ended up pulling were 124 horse and essentially 130 torque. So again, we're going for reliability too. So we want power and reliability.
Yeah,
so.
we see more when we're tuning.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
We always see more, but then we have to draw it back to a safe, smooth riding area. You don't want to be too lean, you don't want to be too rich. You got to find the happy medium. You know, you give it different air fuel ratios at different throttle positions, stuff like that, just to make it reliable.
And see, that's something that I haven't seen talked about, especially on YouTube videos with people doing tuning. Yeah. They're just going for the biggest number they can go for. Yeah. And especially right now, and you're saying, you know, you see bigger numbers on the dyno, it doesn't necessarily mean that's what you want out of the bike.
No, so so point in case, we did a motor for a guy years ago, and in the States they built the engine. It was a Jap bike engine. We sent it, they built it, and then when I did the dyno, I said, buddy, it only made, let's say it was like, I don't even know, 190. Yeah. And he was like, oh, I'm like, I was supposed to make over 200. I promised the customer. Buddy goes, oh, just lean the dyno graph out, do a couple runs so the number goes over 200, then give him that dyno graph. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm just like, what are you doing, man?
And that's the thing, even like I've watched tons of videos on tuning, especially when I was kind of like learning about this motor and stuff, and you can just, like you're saying, the numbers can go up and up and up, but it's not necessarily always what you want.
No. The higher the numbers, the bike starts running weird, and like, you can do lots of things to play with the numbers, but none of it is beneficial.
See, and that is why we come to Champion.
Yeah, so
that's why we come here.
Tuning is literally a black art. That's what we call it. Like, tuning is literally a black art, which is why even a lot of tuners, even if they do know what they're doing, they won't tell you what they're doing. Right. They won't explain a lot. Even I'm not lying. Like, I hold back all kinds.
Yeah.
Because there's certain things that took us years to learn and knowledge that I don't want to give to some kid watching my video that just wants to start being a tuner.
You're right.
20 years later, he can learn the stuff we forgot, right?
I can appreciate that when it comes to similarities with tattooing.
Tattooing's the same thing. You don't want to tell your little tricks to these guys are just
It took you years and years to learn, and absolutely.
So, you know, guys would be like, well, how much for a tune? $500. And they were like, oh, well, so-and-so does it for $3. And I'm like, dude, go to so-and-so. Yeah. Well, I wanted you to do it. Well, then you can pay.
It is what
like,
it is,
you know,
man.
What do they say? Good tattoos aren't cheap tattoos?
Good tattoos aren't cheap. Cheap tattoos aren't good.
There you go.
That's
the same thing.
That goes with everything.
Hey,
you can use that saying with a lot of different
it goes to, you want quality, and that's it.
But
well, this is probably going to be a real fun ride back to the warehouse.
Well, there's definitely going to be traffic.
All right. You guys I still can't believe, like, again, I can just fucking ride the hell out of this thing right away. Just
I broke it in on the dyno.
Yeah, it's just,
you're never gonna do what I did on the dyno. Even if you like the hard, I've said that to guys that are like, oh, I ride hard. I'm like, dude, you'll flip the bike over if you do what I did. So you can't. You simply can't.
Yeah.
That's why that's the beauty of having the dyno, right? We can build the motor.
Yeah.
And then beat the shit out of it on the dyno. And then I can give it back to you with
ready
confidence.
To go,
And then if you call me and say this blew up, I'll be like, it's you, bud. If it survived what I did to it, you know.
I want to fire this thing up for a second. Fucking blowing all the dirt off the ground up.
Pat had his bike worked on by Champion too.
He did not paint his fairing. No one did.
At least the windshield's tall enough though, eh, Pat?
Yeah, it looks good with the windshield.
Yeah, like the bars don't look that big with the windshield.
Didn't they sell a headlight extension?
Yeah, I gotta put it on still.
Oh, but it came with it?
I got it, yeah. I just don't have the tools. I gotta go in the buddy's garage and do it.
All right, we're gonna head back to the warehouse, drop off our bikes. First ride of the season for me and Matt. So that's gonna be fun. Basically new bikes. Well, my bike's got some modifications. Matt's got a whole new motor. So I'm pretty stoked to ride for the first time this season. Stoked to try out these new lights. They mounted the old ones back here. Usually you see guys mounting them up here, and I don't know, I find that kind of a little showy. It's cool, but this is going to be kind of tucked away, and it fills in that hole. So, pretty stoked.
Okay, Wes. Thanks again, man.
See you
Appreciate it, man.
You guys.
See you soon.
If you have any trouble, you let me know. Yeah, we'll do it.
Thanks, dude.
Okay, man.
Let's go. First ride.
It rips, man.
I mean, that ride sucked because we were literally stop and go traffic.
Just getting in the, even when we got in the Gardner, just for a couple minutes, man, like.
We were going 120 and I didn't feel like it.
No. I'm for sure getting a taller windshield. I could feel it all on my face.
Yeah,
I was getting hit.
with that helmet,
yeah.
I can't wear that style helmet on this bike because it sucks it in.
It's fucking wild.
Yeah. I feel like it's that helmet that does it though. Let's get a shot of the bikes, boys. Mine's almost done, it's getting there. Pat's got a new fairing. He's looking good, he's dialed in. And of course the El Diablo.
That's sick. But you can tell it just wants to haul.
Oh yeah, like, dude. It wants to go, go, go.
Yeah, that thing's a fucking quiet. This is the real Goldzilla. May not be a 131, but it's got more gold.
Peace out, brother. They're home. The bikes are back.
They look a little bit different now too, huh?
This is like new bike day because...
Yeah. Especially riding them too, like seeing them, riding them,
like Matt obviously had some engine work done. I got a new pipe, so even that's adding, what did he add? Like a few more horsepower.
You got like...
110, right?
You're at 110 horsepower now.
And then, I don't know.
You're at like 107.
But yeah, it's like new bike day, because it's like, Matt's had this bike, he's hardly ridden it. He got it last season at the end of the season, but
it has
new motor.
It's got 450 kilometers on it. I don't know, we're riding next week. Like,
oh, for sure.
We'll get lunch.
We'll get lunch. We'll have, maybe we'll vlog some lunch rips.
Yeah.
And we'll get like a good, like some good shots of the bike. We're gonna do a bike check of Matt's bike soon. Once the weather starts getting better, we're gonna shoot some cool shots of Matt's bike, and we'll do my bike as well, because obviously there's some upgrades that you guys haven't really seen.
Stoked, we're stoked.
So thanks for watching the El Diablo bike series.
Oh yeah, I guess we're kind of done.
We're kind of done, I'm sure. I mean,
there's gonna be a lot more. There's gonna be a lot more about the bike.
And I'm
about
sure,
the bikes, but
I'm sure you're not done completely though.
No, there's gonna be a lot more. We're doing more.
Yeah, next season we'll do more, but that's you know,
but for
that's
now. We're done. Thanks for watching. Anybody who did watch, we appreciate you. We're stoked. We love this stuff. So let us know if you like it too.
Make sure you like and subscribe, and yeah, we'll follow along. I'm sure there's going to be some more changes eventually. You still got to do suspension. You still got to, but the transformation's done.
It's the major stuff for this season's done. There might even be the odd stuff here and there, but we got to enjoy it now. We only have so much time.
We got custom derby covers coming, Indestructible derby covers. So we'll film putting those on.
Yeah.
And if you're at Born Free this year, these two bikes are going to be at Born Free in our tent.
Come check us out. So
come say hi, come check out the bikes, and yeah.
Yeah, we'll be riding around there too.
We will be.
We'll be riding around.
So
say
that's
what's
it.
up.
Thanks for watching.